When an avoidant considers returning after leaving, they don't simply reappear with apologies and renewed commitment. Instead, their psychology demands extensive reconnaissance to ensure the emotional landscape has shifted enough to feel safe. They deploy a sophisticated series of tests designed to gauge whether their former partner has transformed into someone they can tolerate being close to without triggering their flight response. These tests operate mostly unconsciously, driven by their nervous system's need to confirm safety before risking vulnerability again. The Indifference Check. Will you chase or walk away? The first and most crucial test involves the avoidant gauging their former partner's level of investment and need. They initiate low-stakes contact, a casual message, a brief interaction, or strategic visibility in shared spaces, then carefully monitor the response. Their nervous system is assessing whether their former partner will immediately jump at this breadcrumb or maintain composed boundaries. They need to see emotional neutrality rather than desperate pursuit. If their former partner responds with excessive enthusiasm, immediate availability, or obvious hope for reconciliation, the avoidance anxiety spikes. This reaction confirms their worst fear. Returning means being consumed by someone's emotional neediness. Their psychology interprets enthusiasm as evidence that nothing has changed, that reconnection will immediately recreate the suffocating dynamic they fled. Conversely, if their former partner responds with measured friendliness or confident indifference, the avoidance interest intensifies. This lack of desperation signals that their former partner has developed the self-sufficiency and emotional regulation the avoidant requires for psychological safety. The test reveals whether their former partner has transformed from pursuer to person of equal standing. The boundary observation. Have you developed self-respect? The second test examines whether their former partner has established and maintains firm boundaries. The avoidant will subtly push limits, taking hours or days to respond, making ambiguous statements about their intentions, or suggesting contact on their terms exclusively. They're observing whether their former partner accepts poor treatment or requires mutual respect. Their psychology needs to confirm that their former partner won't tolerate the same patterns that characterized the previous relationship. Paradoxically, the avoidant feels safer with someone who holds boundaries than someone who accepts anything. Boundaries signal emotional health and self-worth, qualities that reduce the avoidant's guilt and anxiety about potentially hurting someone who seems fragile. If their former partner accepts breadcrumbs, tolerates inconsistency, or fails to advocate for their own needs, the avoidant loses respect and interest. But if boundaries are maintained with calm confidence, the avoidant experiences both respect and increased attraction. The test determines whether their former partner has evolved into someone worthy of their vulnerability. The jealousy trigger. Are you moving forward or stuck? The third test involves the avoidant strategically revealing or implying that they've been exploring other connections. They mention dates, reference new people in their life, or ensure their former partner becomes aware they're not sitting around pining. This isn't cruelty, but rather a psychological assessment of their former partner's emotional progress. They're examining whether their former partner reacts with jealous desperation or composed acceptance. Desperate jealousy indicates their former partner remains emotionally frozen in the past relationship, still defining their worth through the avoidant's attention. This dependency triggers the avoidant's flight response immediately. However, if their former partner demonstrates genuine happiness for them or simple indifference to their romantic life, the avoidant perceives growth and emotional maturity. This reaction suggests their former partner has built a fulfilling life independent of them, making them safe to be around again. The vulnerability test. Can you hold space without pressure? The fourth test arrives when the avoidant shares something personal or admits struggle while carefully monitoring how their former partner responds. They're assessing whether vulnerability will be met with patience and understanding or immediately leveraged into demands for deeper commitment or relationship discussions. Their nervous system needs confirmation that emotional openness won't be weaponized or used as evidence that they're ready to reconcile. If their former partner responds by pushing for more, suggesting this means they should get back together, or treating the vulnerability as a sign the avoidant has changed, the test is failed catastrophically. But if their former partner simply holds space for the vulnerability without agenda, offering support without expectation, the avoidant experiences profound relief. This response signals that connection can exist without pressure, that they can be human without being trapped.